Hey nerds!
Welcome to the first campaign of Roleplay Roll.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Megan.
We are a nerdy, theatrical married couple who happens to love Dungeons & Dragons.
As such, we've decided to create an original world together and start a campaign with some of our nerdy theater friends who also enjoy D&D.
Our campaign's official title is The Call of Ore, Heart of Tannin.
Through our early sessions, the party and adventure came to be known as maybe the Chosen Ones.
Megan and I created the world together, but during the game, I take on the role of Dungeon Master.
Whereas I play as a character in the game that acts as a guide to the party, since she knows certain information on the world and main quest.
As with any campaign and podcast, we know it isn't perfect.
However, it will still be an unforgettable adventure full of action, thrills, intrigue, romance, comedy, drama, and more.
So please, sit back, relax,
and prepare to enter the world of Tannin.
Awesome. Let's start with you. So, describe where you are and your appearance, basically.
My name's Conor McGregor, and right now I'm reclining, earning some well-earned R&R at an oasis in the desert. So I'm at an oasis where I like to hang and chill. My appearance, I've got a sick fade. I've just got the sickest, slick, blonde fade on top. That's from my mother. And I've got a gnarly, wispy red beard. That's from my father. And I'm withered and haggard. I've spent many years not only at sea, but then I went from the wet, salty sea to the dry, dusty desert. I've got chainmail. I've got some leather armor. I've had different armors and weapons on my life. Lost most of them from wherever they went. My dream, though, is to get me a nice, shiny set of full plate mail like you see those knights have. I used to be a knight. I was training to be one. That's another story. Ladies want me, and men hate me, and I kill them all if they ask for it. And I've got a big ass sword. That's my favorite weapon.
All right. Suddenly, a bright light and a sound almost like music happens upon you nearby.
Oh God! Oh!
Out of the magnificent shining light steps a mystical elf. The light vanishes behind her. You gaze upon the beautiful elf with long, iridescent hair and pure white skin, and clothing resembling the vibrant autumn colors. She stares over at you with glistening eyes.
Fancy a drink?
Gregor McConnor, you have been called upon by Einsoft to join a fellowship of other heroes for the most epic of journeys, the grandest of adventures, and the noblest of quests. Will you answer this celestial calling before you, brave hero?
You on about?
With a kind smile, the elf stretches out her hand to you. What do you do?
What was in my drink last night? Listen,
A simple yes or no would suffice.
It's more complicated than that. As you can see, I'm only in my undergarments. Can I
That's no matter.
should I bring anything? Do I need to bring anything?
I'd grab what you would like with you.
Is there money in it?
There could be, but it is a much nobler reason.
God, I hate nobles, but whatever, I'm bored as shit. Sure, I'll come.
My thanks to you, hero.
You single? Doesn't really matter.
Then the elf raises both arms towards you as her eyes and hands begin to glow brightly. The next thing you know, you've become surrounded by an inexplicably warm, bright light that reaches into your very soul with its goodness and comfort.
Is that what a mother's hug's supposed to feel like?
Now continue to the next character. So, describe where you are and what you look like.
I'm in this tundra somewhere in the library. Just chilling, reading some books and stuff. My name's Udaan. I'm a traveler, I'm a wanderer, kind of go from place to place, live that bardic, artist lifestyle, you know what I mean? I like making friends. I'm pretty good at making friends. Yeah, I play the violin. I'm pretty good at it, if I do say so myself. I'm bald, as you can see, obviously. Long story. But I like to put tattoos, of different places I've been, so they're kind of everywhere, which is pretty chill. I got some cool earrings. As you can see, it's pretty chilly here. This is why I have a big coat on right now. But yeah, that's me. I kind of from nowhere and going who knows where, and yeah, just living my bardic, free lifestyle.
As you are reading these books, suddenly, a bright light and a sound almost like music happens upon you nearby. Out of the magnificent shining light steps a mystical elf.
Oh, frick.
The light vanishes behind her. You gaze upon the beautiful elf with long iridescent hair and pure white skin, and clothing resembling the vibrant autumn colors. She stares over at you with glistening eyes.
Udaan Jadon, you have been called upon by Einsoft to join a fellowship of other heroes for the most epic of journeys, the grandest of adventures, and the noblest of quests. Will you answer this celestial calling before you, brave hero?
With a kind smile, the elf stretches out her hand to you. What do you do?
Sure.
My thanks to you, hero.
Then the elf raises both arms towards you as her eyes and hands begin to glow brightly. The next thing you know, you've become surrounded by an inexplicably warm, bright light that reaches into your very soul with its goodness and comfort. Describe where you are and what you look like.
I am at an inn in the Sky Realm, talking to another patron, urging him to hold on to a bag filled with jewels for me that is actually just a bag of rocks that I've cast Minor Illusion on. Convincing him that I just need a little bit of gold as collateral to make sure that he's going to keep his word and hold on to them for me. I am a stumpy little gnome in a bright blue cloak. You might, at a distance, believe it's some fancy dress, but upon closer observation, it seems like it was made for a child.
Did you just finish the deal? Are you still in the inn?
I feel like I'm midway through it.
Oh, okay.
Mid-conversation.
Well, all right. These seem pretty real. It's a hefty-looking bag. Look in here. There's some shiny. I see some colors. Definitely some colors that are real looking. How much gold do you want?
Well, yes, you're right. You're absolutely right, sir. Those are definitely real. Or my name isn't. What did I tell you my name was? Yes, that's right. Boxwit Fibblestitch. Yes, that's right. Or my name isn't. Yes, of course.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds real.
Just a little bit of gold. About 30 gold pieces ought to do.
30. All right. Can we make it an even 28?
31 and you've got a deal.
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
As this poor sap hands you 31 gold pieces, suddenly a bright light and a sound almost like music happens upon you nearby. As this takes place, the poor fool takes his bag of goodies in fear and leaves. Out of the magnificent shining light steps a mystical elf. The light vanishes behind her. You gaze upon the beautiful elf with long iridescent hair and pure white skin, and clothing resembling the vibrant autumn colors. She stares over at you with glistening eyes.
Finnegan Stumblebatch, you have been called upon by Einsoft to join a fellowship of other heroes for the most epic of journeys, the grandest of adventures, and the noblest of quests. Will you answer this celestial calling upon you, brave hero?
With a kind smile, the elf outstretches her hand to you. What do you do?
Well, if I ever see Finnegan, I'll tell him you stopped by. No? No. Not gonna work. Alright.
My thanks to you, hero.
Then the elf raises both arms towards you as her eyes and hands begin to glow brightly. The next thing you know, you've become surrounded by an inexplicably warm, bright light that reaches into your very soul with its goodness and comfort. All of you then suddenly find yourselves standing near each other in the middle of a desolate and damaged village. There are no signs of life anywhere. Remnants of buildings are scattered around the lifeless ground. Nearby is a flowing, darkened river. On the other side, through numerous trees, you see a sort of structure appearing to be a ruined temple. And then, all of you turn to see a massive ruined castle close on the horizon. The once grand palace now lies broken and empty after ages forgotten. Towering stone walls surround it. In front of the castle walls are countless large, darkened holes. A vast, ominous darkness shrouds the entire castle and emanates from the various holes in the ground. Slowly, each of you turn to one another.
You're tripping too?
I think so.
Boy, I thought this was gonna end up in a prison cell, but this is wonderful.
I'm not so sure we aren't in prison. Trippiest prison I ever seen.
History check. 14.
Or just you two are doing a check? Yeah, 13.
Alright.
Yeah.
Though both of you in your studies and various travels around the world would consider yourselves to be quite learned and quite understanding of the world that you live in, the place that you find yourselves in is unrecognizable. It is reminiscent of something older than recorded history, something that no one remembers. Just then, you hear a loud, guttural snarl nearby, and turn to find a dretch stepping out of one of the dark holes. As the dretch moves out of the hole, it's followed by a lemur and a mains. Without hesitation, all three of them charge towards you.
I squeal.
So roll for initiative, please.
Can I roll several d20s and pick the highest one?
No.
Yikes. Starting things out with a bang. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they look freaking terrifying, but they're like...
Hey, you can't say anything.
I got it
Our
here.
paladin character appears. They look really terrifying, but
It's
they're
really
only
fun.
one
It's
quarter
fun.
difficulty.
I trust you.
They've got big dreams.
This is your test.
All right.
Oh, you just
So-
left us here.
I'm not with you.
Oh no.
Yeah, she isn't there yet.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Rude.
She just zapped you guys into this ruined town, and now ugly demon things are fighting you.
All right.
So, first in the initiative order is Matt.
Okay. Golly.
So many options.
Blast them.
Yep. I am going to shriek, throw my hands in the air, and throw out a firebolt.
Okay. And the firebolt at who?
Shoot it at the dretch.
Okay. So,
Because that face unnerves me.
roll for attack.
Okay. That's a 6. Plus 4, so 10.
That doesn't do it.
Go sailing over his head.
He just goes like...
Yeah.
Next in the attack order is Dawson.
I charge the dretch, draw my sword, and I laugh kind of half-assedly.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright. 5, 10. And I strike at it with my big-ass sword with two hands, just a
that a great sword?
haymaker. No, it's a long sword. That is a 19 plus 3 plus 2. So 19 plus 5, 24.
That hits. That hits very good. That hits super good.
Alright, so 7 plus 3, 10.
So hit him for 10 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You did 10 damage, and the dretch is super peeved at you.
Yeah, that's right. You like that.
Next in the attack order is Abby.
So, I take out my longsword
Cool.
and I Just like go straight in it, man. Straight after this dude right here.
That's the lemur, I believe. Yep.
He's French.
This is the guy who
hey,
looks
man.
like goop.
Okay. Hey man. And here's my cool sword. Do you want to taste it? And what do I roll?
You roll a d20 to attack.
I hear that and I go, I like that.
Oh no! That
one.
Jeez. So embarrassing. In front of these new people and I don't know them. Oh my God.
Remember Udaan, the character who died in the first game?
You have performance anxiety.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Do you have
Clapping bars.
just one weapon on you?
No, I have a couple. Well, I mean, I have a sword and I have a dagger. And then I have some sick instruments that I can shred.
Okay, well, the lemur kind of like psychs you out and slaps a sword out of your hand.
Rude!
And so you now lack a sword.
I roll my eyes so hard.
The sword is not destroyed, by the way. It's just out of reach on the ground.
Frick. Cool, alright. Good first turn, guys. Feeling good. Feeling good.
Alright. Oh my goodness, the next one in the attack order is the lemur.
Frick!
So the lemur, he thought that was kind of funny.
Chill.
He's coming after you.
Oh.
I'm good at making friends.
We're not gonna, they're not gonna bond over that?
The lemurs bond by beating the crap out of one another.
Oh.
Alright, so, let me see here. The lemur is gonna just punch you really hard. So, yeah, you're within 5 feet of it, right? You're right up next to it. Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Sure am.
Okay, yeah, that's a 21.
Cool.
You only take 2 damage.
Okay. Okay.
Did you just punch her?
Yeah.
Wow.
Monster fist to the face.
Got me. Alright, next in the attack order is the main. So is the main's close to anybody?
He's like
He's close to me.
kind of by Dawson.
Okay.
I got my sword out at the dretch and then I just like
Yeah, I mean,
stick my left
he's
hand
just
out
kind
and
of
usher the main
he's just kind of
towards me.
hellspawn that's just kind of attacking anything. So he's gonna go for you, Dawson.
Fucking bring it!
Alrighty. He's gonna swipe at you with his big old claws, and he is gonna miss really hard.
Oh yeah, how do you know?
He just doesn't hit you. At
Does
all.
he roll a 1? Or
No, he rolled a 2.
Oh,
Yes.
Claws himself in the face, but it looks worse than it is.
I just definitely step out of the way and I'm like, amateur, is it the amateur hour?
And now we're back to Mr. Matt.
All right. Okay, so I'm standing on the sidelines watching horror happen. Not entirely sure that the fighter isn't going to come for us next. But I'm going to try a different spell now.
I just realized what you said.
I'm going to try Acid Splash this time.
Acid Splash. Ooh, is that an area of effects?
I love wizards.
Because you gotta be careful with those, because
Don't mess up.
you might hit your friends.
Okay.
I'm like, if you think an acid splash, just go for it.
That's your battle cry.
I have a very high tolerance for burning liquids, so I'm good.
All right, well, I can't turn that down.
Oh no.
Are you within 5 feet of the...
I am within 5 feet of the
This
dredge
is-
and the mains.
Okay.
So we're in this group here, all
Right.
3 of us.
I could do that one that just hit you out of the way.
Is it a
I mean,
single
I'm
line?
If the creatures are within 5 feet of each other, it'll hit both of them. But yeah, it's...
I mean, Abby, the other one probably did punch you 5 feet back.
Yeah, sure. You're probably here.
5 feet isn't really that much.
But you have the opportunity to hit 2 of them at once.
Do it.
Okay.
I've got 13 HP.
And also, does he have to roll?
Oh.
Does
Do
he?
I-
He rolls to
He does a
to
check.
evade it,
Well,
right?
it only says 2 creatures. So I could, like...
Roll above him.
Yeah.
Lob it over me.
I'll do that.
It's not
I'll do
rocket.
that.
Now, Matt,
Yeah.
you have to make it.
It stops short and falls on his head.
So
Yeah.
you're going for the dretch and the mains.
Okay. I think that's your roll. A target must succeed on a dexterity saving roll.
All right. What do I have to
Love
beat?
this game.
Yeah. What's your spell save DC?
Oh, 14, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. The Dretch is hit. The mains, is not.
So you hit
How
this.
much damage?
Do they take any damage on a save or on a successful save?
Nope, they take no damage.
Okay. All right. Roll for damage then.
8.
It's dead.
Oh, it just melts
No.
like passes into a pile of bloody, bony goop in front of my feet.
Nice job, wizard!
All right.
can't believe it!
Hey,
The wretch is dead.
that's hot stuff. I'm next, I believe, right?
Dawson is next.
I sidle over to Abby's sword on the ground,
Rude.
kick it into her hands, and say,
Oh,
"Try
thanks.
again." And if you want me to roll Dex to actually kick the sword up to her,
I would like you to.
Okay, make
Don't stab her in the
Because you're legit kicking a sword.
Yeah,
So.
make a
Can
dexterity.
I roll my acrobatics to see if I catch it?
No, I'm imagining it just goes to your feet.
Oh, I was trying to
If
kick
he
it up
rolls
into her hand.
good.
You would roll dexterity. She would roll acrobatics.
I rolled 16.
Okay,
Which
so
is
you kick it successfully. Do you catch it successfully?
Wouldn't it just be athletics?
Oh, I'd catch it so successfully.
I would say acrobatics. For,
22!
Okay, that was really cool.
So not only do you catch it.
Friend!
So that happened.
Carry the momentum to swing the sword.
Okay, cool. That's your action.
Yep, my action was to kick her sword
but
back.
some
in
good
the direction. 'Cause
news.
She would have to probably pick it up as part of an action.
Some good news for you guys.
Mhm.
In light of Matt's super awesome kill there, and you guys' super awesome display of athleticism, you all get a point of inspiration.
Come on.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I probably don't because I'm not there to witness it.
You don't exist yet. It is Abby's turn, yes. What are
Alright.
you doing? You
I'm
have to tell
taking
me-
my longsword that I just, swiped out of the air from my good friend, I don't know your name yet. But I'm like, we're vibing, man. We're gonna be friends. You weirdo. And then, look at this,
I'm impressed with him. You're female, though I can't tell. So we're probably
Sure,
all
sure, sure, yeah. I'm looking kind of androgynistic, so,
Hey, I've done
I
well.
swipe at this dude's head. The
The
lemur.
lemur,
The
okay.
lemur. Do you move up to him? 14.
Plus
that
Plus what?
it doesn't matter what
Yeah,
its
you
plus it hits.
Yeah.
Damage roll, which would be a D10 if you're using both hands on your sword.
10.
Donkey Kong.
1.
Plus your strength mod.
Plus 1. So 2.
Okay, cool. That's neat. It takes the damage and is like, what the heck, man? Except it's more of like a gargle sound.
Okay. This is the good
Now it's the mains. The
I'm
mains.
Just gonna ask,
mains,
do I understand him?
mains.
Do I speak French?
All right, the mains is close to who?
He's right here by Dawson.
Yeah, you know what? It went for you last time, Dawson. It's just gonna keep going
Okay.
for you.
Come on.
The mains is reaching out with his sharp old claws again. Yeah, it only rolled a 7.
All right.
It sucks. This thing really sucks. Back to Mr. Matt.
All right, I am going to do Firebolt one more time.
At what?
At the
Mains.
mains.
Okay.
All right, that was 11, and I think I missed with a higher number last time.
Did you add your
No.
mods to it?
Yes, I did.
Not if you were going for the mains last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you beat it with what?
11.
Yeah, you beat it. You got it with 11.
Okay, so that's 1d10.
It's like,
1.
Okay, cool. It took 1, and now it's Dawson's turn again.
It's my turn. I am going to aim. I move my arms to the high guard position, and I slice right down on the main's head.
And did you roll a?
And I roll a 9 plus 5 is
You got
14.
it. You
Okay,
got it.
Sweet. Damage D10. It's right here. 8. Plus ability or
11
proficiency.
for your
Okay.
strength.
Well,
Yes, 11.
Well, it's dead.
I have cleft it in twain from a downward strike. Just
So
right into
it
its head.
reaches up a hand to like defend itself, and you just kind of slice through the hand and then like cleave the top half of his head off.
Oh, wonderful. And the brain just like bubbles and...
And it's dead.
And the hand lands on his neck stump.
Nice,
It's
bro.
hilarious.
It's the lemur.
All right. So now it is Abby's turn.
I Where is everybody? Can I like throw out some thunder wave?
You're right in front of it.
Yep,
so.
you're ahead of none of us.
You're the only one who would be, it's the only thing that would be affected by an AoE,
Perfect.
AoE attack.
I'm gonna throw down some thunder wave.
Ooh, cool.
And let's see. Wave of thunderous force sweeps over each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you. Is it okay if I hit you with a thunder wave?
I'm not in your way.
It's a cube.
Yeah, it's a
I've got hit by worse
perfect.
than thunder.
Than
Actual lightning.
Thunder's just a sound.
A sound wave.
Everyone in that 15-foot cube must make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, I got a good con.
On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Alright, what does it need to beat for the save?
14.
Alright,
That's a 9 from me.
it is not affected.
Okay.
But Dawson is.
I see.
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage
Thunder
and
wave is
isn't pushed.
2d8
So
strength.
it's 1d8
Yeah.
damage.
What kind of spell? What
Yeah.
level spell is that?
1. First
Yeah.
level.
Dang.
I know. 8!
That's a spell slot though, right? Or not like a cantrip?
Yeah, it is a spell
Okay.
slot.
No.
Okay, so you dealt 8 damage?
Oh, what about... Oh, shit. That's to me... Well, I take full damage.
Oh, sorry.
So you take
That's
16.
okay. Well,
I
you
can
need to roll
also-
again.
Oh no.
Did I just kill you?
I'm fucking dead.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Well, he's down.
Just eardrums just burst and I collapse.
And in your last conscious breath, you're like, yeah, no, that sounded pretty bad.
No, I haven't been hit by one.
Oh,
He died as he
Well,
lived.
good job. Good job, Abby. It's the Lemur's turn now.
That was
Ball's
a
dead.
full right hook from
And the Lemur's right next to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He died as he lived, telling us
It's
he could
like
take us.
screaming in pain now. It is bloodied, and it's screaming in pain now.
Oh.
So it's just it's gonna reach out at you.
I just want to know how a level 1 dealt 16 damage.
Lucky pros.
After that crit.
What's your AC?
I dropped
My
sword.
AC is
That's what I get.
Wait. 16.
I'm pretty sure they're like aiming for this guy and
It hits.
behind her you just dropped.
How much do I take?
2.
Oh, okay.
2 bludgeoning damage, and you're knocked back.
Okay.
Ooh, get punched again. Oh, also just little tufts of blood shot out of my ears. Anyway, sorry, not to get hung up on that. I'm still in shock, literally.
Yeah, you're dying.
Kind of swayed on the spot for a bit and then fell forward.
All right. It's Matt's turn.
Boy, this just went south.
You see a guy dropping
My bad.
My bad, she says.
If you don't suck, Matt, you could probably kill it in this round.
Yeah, okay.
Or save him.
I have no way to heal him.
Don't worry about healing. Just finish the fight.
And on your next turn, you can make a
Save
make
throw,
a
yeah,
save.
yeah, no,
So it's
no.
fine.
Alright, I'm gonna do Firebolt again, because
What's the range?
it'd be tempting fate to do collateral damage again. 120 feet.
Oh,
Okay,
dang,
you got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, ranged spell attack, 13, and that's adding this attack bonus, so that's
13
19 then?
hits.
Okay, so 1d10.
Okay, what you got?
6.
It is deadified.
Well, I can't clap. I'm dead.
Okay. Okay, so our good friends, the enemies, are dead.
Good friend, the enemies.
And here, I'll take them.
I wanted learning caution to be a part of my character arc, but I didn't think that it would happen.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good
Half
final
hour
boss,
into the
Josh.
campaign.
So
Really put us on the ropes.
Dude.
those had very small challenge rating, guys.
What's our challenge rating to each
Well,
other?
okay, yeah, that's the thing. None of these enemies really did
I
much
don't
to you
think
guys.
challenge rating accounts for hitting your fellow
Yeah.
players.
So, the fighter is very unconscious right now. Was anyone else hurt?
Yeah, a
was
little
hurt.
bit. Yeah.
Abby's
kind
she's kind of bruised a little bit. Matt's fine because he didn't get close to anything.
I've got mental scars. That I'm gonna heal.
So this is where we're at.
Has a med kit.
And,
I have healing
Well,
word.
but this isn't over yet. When it seems the battle is finally over, the dust has settled, you suddenly feel the ground begin to shake beneath you. As a large Tarask
Oh.
suddenly bursts out from another shadowed hole, sending a massive piece of earth and rubble soaring through the air and careening to the ground.
Okay.
The massive beast before you races straight towards you. And I'm not going to give you any specific stats, but I will let you know that this is the single most difficult NPC enemy in all of Dungeons & Dragons.
Wait, what?
Dragon.
Hold on, what's it called again?
It's the Tarask. It has a
It's
challenge.
like a dinosaur with spikes.
Wow,
And
that's
it's
so
got
rude.
Godzilla height.
It's
So this.
harder than all the dragons.
How did I not know this well, I'm just saying, I'm glad I was unconscious for this.
Yeah, it has a challenge rating of 30.
Okay.
Trying to kill it?
I think this is like the video game thing we were supposed to die,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna chill out in my unconscious state.
Just before it reaches you.
Like, no joke, I have Expeditious Retreat, and I am thinking about using
Excellent.
Honestly, Matt, it wouldn't help.
Oh, no.
2 bounds and this thing is on you.
Oh, God.
Just before it reaches you, a bright light erupts between you and the Tarask. The same mysterious elf from before leaps out from the light as it vanishes. She stands before the monstrous beast and reaches out both arms upwards. The sky above the Tarask swirls with fiery energy, which suddenly beams down a powerful blast of flame upon the creature. Roaring in pain, the Tarask stumbles away from the dissipating column of fire. The elf turns and sprints over to you.
I'm sorry, brave heroes, but you had to see this. Now we find rest in the light.
Just as the Tarask stands and dashes towards you all once again, the elf quickly thrusts her open shining hands upward to surround her and all of you with the same brilliant light as before. You find yourself standing in a shimmering orb, while still being able to faintly see the world outside. Still charging, the Tarask passes right through the orb, phasing through all of you. It stops on the other side and glances around, muddled with confusion. With a rage-filled snort, the Tarask turns and stomps back over to a dark hole to disappear into.
I saw the inside of its legs.
I'm sorry, what is going on here?
All of you turn back to the tall, colorful elf, who still has her arms outstretched towards the orb walls. Her eyes remain vibrant with light, and glittering bright energy surrounds you. And you are revived.
Ooh.
And all of you are revived, restored to full HP.
I
Oh, how did I miss?
pull you up with my hand. Sorry, man. My bad.
That was decibels, man.
Alright.
Turn up for what? Turn up for death. Did you at least kill it?
Sure did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
good.
believe
It
it.
exploded. Yes.
Yeah.
Then it was worth it. 'Cause that's how we'll win, not by saving what we love, but killing what we hate.
Here, here.
Oh, it's that sexy elf again, eh?
Well, brave heroes, you are now safe in the ore. I cannot hold this for long, but I must express the calling bestowed upon all of you. My name is Drya, and I want to thank all of you for responding to the celestial calling given to you by Einsof, the Creator All, the King Eternal, the Divine Protector, and the Almighty Celestial. You may all be strangers right now, but soon you shall be companions. One fellowship to answer the calling, to rid this world of darkness by spreading the everlasting light. As all of you know, there are 12 realms throughout the world of Tannin.
While she speaks, the shimmering walls of the orb flash images of everything that she describes.
The Ore, Light Realm, Adohi, Forest Realm, Campi, Grassland Realm, Gora, Mountain Realm, Cult, Tundra Realm, Vayu, Sky Realm, Wa'i, Tropical Realm, Pantano, Swamp Realm, Kinzoku, Metallic Realm, Deshret, Desert Realm, Lahar, Volcanic Realm, and the Malam, Dark Realm.
That's 22 rounds.
They were parentheses.
Should I have written that down?
You can take notes if you like.
but we
That's
I pat my armor for a notebook and realize I don't have one.
and just so you guys know, as far as the knowledge of each realm name, you guys are aware of the world that you live in, just not specifics.
Even
Geography
still,
is
Udaan
not really
has a notepad and a pencil.
We'll send you
added
this.
to my
We'll
inventory.
send you the script soon. So you can take notes if you want to, but we'll send you the script.
Har was the metal realm. God, I always get those mixed up.
At the dawn of time and creation of Tannin, Einsoft chose 12 dragon guardians to protect and govern each realm he'd breathe life into. One dragon, Maor, the guardian of light, shone above the rest as he was imbued with celestial power and bonded in perfect unity with Einsoft and Ruach, the light spirit. In the shining Coronam castle at the heart of Tannin, Maor watched over all the realms and all the other dragon guardians. There was peace and prosperity for many years, as light and goodness reigned throughout the lands. However, deep below Castle Coronam in the Malum, the guardian of shadow named Scoth grew ever more jealous and hateful towards the light, and the guardian so intimately connected to Einsoft. In secret, Scoth began raising an army of dark creatures and started swaying the hearts and minds of his fellow dragon guardians, which slowly shifted their alignments away from the good intended by Einsoft. This, in turn, gradually affected the alignments and actions of all creatures across Tannin. Once his shadow army was large enough, Scoth launched a powerful assault on Coronam Castle, in total rebellion and defiance of Einsoft. It was a monumental battle, as a multitude of light and dark creatures clashed against each other in a fight for Tannin's heart. In all 10 of the other realms, each dragon guardians and every creature in the various realms watched in horror while Coronam Castle cracked and crumbled as the darkness enveloped it. As the castle fell, the darkness started to creep out into each of the other realms. With the hearts and alignments of all creatures in Tannin uncertain, tipping between good and evil, Maor, as well as Einsoft and Ruach, realized that if the darkness kept spreading, then eventually everyone and everything in Tannin would be overcome by evil and slaves to it for all time. And so, to keep the darkness at bay and to protect the hearts of all living creatures, Maor made the greatest sacrifice of all to defeat Scoth and imprison him beneath Coronam Castle in the Malum. With the epic battle over, the remaining shadow creatures fled back to the realm of darkness with their vengeful master. Because Maor, guardian of light, had sacrificed himself, the realm of light, seemingly disappeared, leaving the ruined castle and surrounding border towns barren and lifeless. The remaining celestial beings and fey creatures vanished. Or so it appears. For you see, I am a fey myself, an eladrin. When each of you answered the calling I offered from Einsoft, I transported all of you to the village of Teya in Adohi, forest realm. As you've seen, that village was utterly destroyed by the darkness. Despite Scoth, guardian of shadow, being trapped underneath Coronam Castle in his realm of darkness, his shadow army of monsters is gradually invading more and more of Tannin, which all of you experienced firsthand when you fought just now. Take heart, heroes. The fey creatures and celestial beings are still very much alive and are very ready to return, for they are merely hidden in pockets of the ore, like where we are right now. Without the physical presence of the Guardian of Light in Tannin, the ore, light realm, cannot fully reappear and guard over the other realms. These pockets of light are only accessible through portals opened by celestials or fey, such as I, using the power of the light spirit Ruach. I have brought all of you here in a joined fellowship to continue the work of Maor and henceforth Einsoft. He has called upon you to travel throughout Tannin and to the ends of the world in order to find and purify 11 spirit portals within each realm's divine temple. The portals can only be purified by using dragon scales of light from Maor, which he bestowed to each realm when he sacrificed himself. The final portal rests within the inner sanctum of the ruined Coronam Castle, which can only be reached once all 10 other portals have been restored to light, allowing Ruach's power to shine through the darkness still shrouding the castle. Once all the portals have been purified with light, it will make way for the resurrection and return of Maor, Guardian of Light. and bring about the final defeat of Skoth, Guardian of Shadow. This will ultimately cleanse all of Tannin and purify the hearts of all those accepting of the light. This is the great quest set before you as a fellowship. However, it will not be easy. This quest will be long and difficult, since each of the scales is held by the other 10 Dragon Guardians, who each have varying alignments thanks to Skoth's darkness. Some will be more good than others, while few may lean towards evil. There may even be battle involved to obtain certain scales. All except for this one, which was given to me by Einsof when he heralded me as the guide for this fellowship's quest.
She gestures to a shining scale tied around her neck.
Despite the difficulties and hardships, this quest will also be fulfilling and enriching. My hope is that each of you will grow individually, communally, and celestially. This is the journey and dream of a lifetime, but it is still a choice for each of you. And so I humbly ask each of you brave heroes in the name of Einsof, Moor, and Ruach, will you join this fellowship of light?
First off, I'm not very religious. So I don't believe in the dragons, although you're here and we are surrounded by light, so that's pretty compelling evidence, I would say. But
My parents were Einsofists.
never mind, doesn't matter.
Oh, that's that. Well, we don't have to go into that.
You had me until the soul enriching personal fulfillment. I've been to lots of meetings where people talk about trying to I not really. Can I quit? Do I have a choice? Why me? Listen, why
You all have been chosen.
I don't mean to be rude, but we're not the most heroic of the heroes' heroicness.
Why don't you
That
choose
you know
Why
of.
don't you just choose everyone? Like, talk to every king and every person and say, listen, let's all find these scales.
I do not know Einsof's complete plan, but I know he chose you three for a reason.
I'm in.
Well, if the drunk is in, I'm in too.
I'm not drunk anymore. I woke up.
Oh.
You burned it right out of him.
Sorry about that.
Squashed it out of his ears.
It was a sobering experience.
Oh.
Good times.
Is there money? Is there money involved?
I never like to go into a job without a contract. He's right. Is there money?
This is my kind of guy.
There will be a multitude of rewards.
That sounds
Okay,
like money to
that's-
me.
When people say that,
Including
usually-
money.
Multitude.
Okay, personal fulfillment is not something you can spend.
But is it worth more than gold?
No.
There may be some money.
Some money's better than no money.
You will be well known throughout the lands and get to visit each of the Dragon Guardians.
Oh,
Who
fame.
may
Ooh.
favor you if you
Fame.
assist in
Alright.
conquering the darkness spreading throughout their lands.
I'm down.
They are well off.
You know, it would suit me to get away from where I currently, or previously was, so let's do it.
Sounds sketchy to me.
Alright.
Hey, yeah.
Since we are all now fully committed to the fellowship and
Fully
calling
committed.
mostly
Oh.
partially committed to the fellowship.
Since we've all said some words of agreement.
Let us
Now we draw
simply
blood.
introduce ourselves to one another and give as much backstory as you choose.
Did she literally say, give as much backstory as you choose?
Let's pretend I said that as a DM.
It was in parentheses.
It's like a thing they do at the tavern, backstory night.
Of what
Open
in
background.
character you want each other to know about each other. Yes.
Look.
Well, I'm Udaan.
Hi.
Udaan Jadon. I'm a bard. I travel around
Like the
everywhere.
noodles.
Yeah. That's why I chose it.
Canon.
I like noodles.
I fucking love noodles.
I travel around a lot. I have some alliances with some pirate gangs and other random folk. Yeah, I play the violin, which is pretty sick.
Pirate, eh?
Yeah,
Music
for a
is
while.
soothing.
Yeah. Nice same.
Oh, no way.
You
We should chat.
Use back. What chat?
Yeah.
Well, the name is Finnegan Stumblebatch. Perhaps you've heard of me. I am a reputable businessman in the area. I just need to move on.
Finnegan Stumblebatch. No
Oh,
way.
no.
I have heard of you.
Oh,
But I didn't mean to interrupt. Keep going.
indeed, sir. I hope we parted on good terms. I've seen what you do. I admire you quite a bit. Just want to say that.
Yeah.
Wait, you know him?
I can't quite remember him,
Well,
but
everyone knows Finnegan Stumblebatch. He's famous
you are
throughout
making
the
me
land.
very nervous, friend.
Tell
Tell me
I've got-
where you've heard of
I've
me
got
and
some strong feelings about you, Finnegan
Oh
Stumblebatch.
dear.
I'm bullshitting you, mate. I've never heard of you.
Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Oh.
I've never.
I was just pretending
I was-
to have heard of you because
I
I,
was-
didn't want to seem dumb.
Halfway through writing a new identity.
Continue.
Oh, my mind is blank for the
I'm
chased it all out. No, I'm done.
Gregor McConnor. Not really in the mood for much talking right now about my personal life, but I like y'all. You know, you got that acid. That was nice.
You do magic.
The bass. You got the bass like that.
All
Alright.
about that.
And as I've mentioned before, I am Dryadalis, an eladrin paladin. And I will travel and fight beside you as a companion and fey guide as we continue this quest.
Is your sister's name Washer? Washer and Dryer? Hey!
That must be a non-fey. I don't get the reference.
Ah,
We
well.
don't really have to wash our
Well,
clothes.
there's these big boxes. You
Okay,
know, when you want
yeah.
to wash your clothes, you stick your
You're
dirty
explaining
clothes
the
in
joke.
there.
So
Well,
it's
right.
magic then.
Yeah, but
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
They put an
Well-
naiad in there, swished around the water.
Now that we're all acquainted, let us begin this epic journey, grand adventure, and noble quest.
With her eyes glowing brightly, Drya reaches out her shining hands as the same blinding, warm light envelops the orb behind all of you. The next thing you know, each of you is standing spread out in a tranquil village surrounded by scattered tall trees. The sun breaks through the trees and somewhat blinds your vision. Glancing away from the bright sunlight, it's hard not to wonder if you simply imagined it all. Like a dream. The eladrin, the castle, the monsters, the ore. Is it all real? Just as you all turn to look at each other, your gaze ultimately rests on Drya, who is a short distance away next to a wide tree. She is leaning against it for support and clutching her head. Slowly, she turns to look over at all of you with a dazed expression.
You're doing okay. I have something for that.
That's hot. A dazed expression.
Sorry. Your quest begins now. What will you do?
Well, where are we right now?
Oh my goodness! Oh, I've heard of you. Are you one of those short little gnome things?
What?
And
Well-
you must be one of the humans. I hear there's all kinds of them. Oh, you look sort of human, but you're like me.
I look askance at these two and I was like, oh, I knew it was a scam. We've been conned. There is no
Seems a
god.
mile
There is
away. I
no...
thought about doing this.
Are we
Oh.
tripping out right now?
Do you all know each other?
Okay, we gotta ground ourselves. Just recite the street that you grew up on, followed by the city you grew up in.
Right,
Oh, I think I'm in. This looks like the forest. Yes.
are you lost friend?
I could be. It's a little foggy,
Should we be
actually.
here for this? Is this his game? Is this what he does?
Does one of us want to tell her what we all just saw?
Yeah, probably.
You all saw that, right?
Yeah.
And she
Well-
was there.
Big dome of light,
Yeah.
big scary dragon
Yeah.
thing,
Yes,
weird goopy guys,
And she was the one who
and
gave
you were
us
there, and you were
literally 10
there.
chapters of
You were
exposition. So you
there.
think. Do you remember
Not
10
really.
chapters of exposition?
Okay.
Oh.
Long ago, and can someone else pick it up from there?
I can't remember all the details.
There was so there's Anne Sephiroth, there's the Great God, and
Dragon
Does she have the
scales.
scale
Oh.
still?
then perception check. Does she have the scale?
You were about to give me a scale. I believe you were here to deliver it.
Yeah. Well, 12 plus 14. 14.
Oh,
Perception.
this
Yeah.
thing.
Do you know what this is?
As she holds the scale in her hand, she passes out.
Ah. Oh, frick.
I didn't do it.
Oh,
This time I didn't do it.
This is a moral dilemma, I believe.
As you are all standing around her unconscious body,
Udaan sits cross-legged and plucks at her base.
as you are all sitting around ceremoniously, it would appear around her unconscious body, a sturdy-looking woman appears. She walks up from behind you and exclaims, "Oh my!
Oh.
What did you do?"
It's a long story.
Hello there, madam.
Oh, I start sweating profusely because I've been in this situation too many times.
Well, you smell terrible. I think you should all come with me. Come. My name is Rowan. Come with me to my inn. I'll take care of you all.
Our friend is asleep.
Yes, I see that.
Right.
Please carry her. I'll take you to my inn. We'll take care of her.
But pardon me, where are we?
We are in, or near, the village of Abay. I am Rowan. I run the inn. So please come with me. Take your unconscious friend. We'll go to the...
I'm like 5'5" and 100 pounds.
Okay, I pick her up.
Rowan, this might be a interesting question, but perhaps you could be more vague. Which realm are we in? We are profoundly lost.
Well, there have been, if you were paying attention earlier, there were several references to forests.
Yes.
We are in the realm of Adohi. We're in the forest realm. In the village of Abay.
You know how nature bleeds in here and there.
Yes, I understand. You're very oblivious.
Now that you say that, I recognize my home.
You're from here?
Not a babe.
So yes, come with me to the inn, and we will
All right.
take care of your.
What do we see on our way to the inn?
It's a very tranquil village. It's just a lot of trees. But here is a bay. So here's the inn. It's the most central building. Just surrounded by a lot of different homes and. Thank you.
You're playing.
I'm playing.
Let me see here. This is the.
I spelled it right.
You did.
Wow.
And then across the street from the inn is the general store and forge, which are the same building. You guys are now in the village of Abay.
I have been I threw up on my shoulder at first, but halfway on the journey, I kept wanting to see what she looked like better, so I casually lower her down into the I'm holding her in both arms and looking at her face, and I'm I start to smile a little bit.
So you guys are now
Finnegan in
now
the
in
inn
the inn.
Finnegan in the inn again.
At this point, I'm assuming that you have that you've set her down.
Where should I set her down?
Why are you looking at me?
You're not the DM anymore. Where do I set
I'm half the DM.
this fair, very fair maiden, whom I did not drug and is not in this unconscious state as a result of me?
I can attest to that.
You
yes.
drugged her?
I was there when she fainted.
Right, we all were. That doesn't help us.
Excuse us, our friend's doing an appalling job. We are on the level here.
For some reason, I trust you.
It's that gnomish figure, isn't it? A gnomely disposition.
There's a kind of a lounge couch thing in the main room of the inn. So
A chaise.
just go ahead and set her down on.
I lay her down on the chaise.
On the chaise.
And
on the sofa.
He's got an eye for
I
that.
set some of her iridescent hair aright behind her ear, and this hair is blowing my mind. Have you seen this? God, just look at these tresses.
It hurts your eyes if you look at it too long.
That's a good thing.
You can't look away though.
So
Yeah.
So tell me briefly, anyways. Why are you guys? What happened? Why are you here?
Who would like
Basically, we were taken from wherever we were. I was in the tundra somewhere, and then suddenly we were in this abandoned kingdom, and there were ruins, and then these weirdo sludge guys came, and we had to kill them. They were evil, so it was okay. It wasn't murder or anything. And then this celestial came and saved our asses from this huge dinosaur.
Celestial, you say?
Which
she is.
And she gave us all this backstory about gods and light.
we were in an
a fellowship.
We were
Yes.
in a light. We were in a bowl of light called an ore.
Oh,
We're
so
in
she's
an
so the girl is a fae.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
That's
a
what
fae,
she
a
said.
fae.
That's right.
But then we got back to the normal
Yeah, she brought us
place.
back, and then she was like, I don't know what's going on, and
What?
she looked like she lost her memory, and we don't know what to do.
Out of all of us, she's the whack job.
Which is really saying something.
Yes.
You do all seem quite wacky.
I do whack people for a living.
Believe it or not, I believe you. I believe all of you.
What the fuck?
Are you part of the con? Is that why? What's your play in all this?
What's your angle?
What's your
My angle is there is no angle. I am Rowan, the innkeeper, and I happen to believe everything you just told me.
So you believe in Einsoft?
Persuasion check. Tell us everything you know.
Yes. D&D time, baby.
13 plus 6. So 19.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I am. I believe you. I don't know anything.
So if we said we were looking for a scale in this realm, an ancient dragon scale, would you know what that is?
I have definitely heard rumors of the dragon scales. There is, for those of you who are you not aware, there's a dragon ruler of each realm.
Oh, they are still living.
Yes.
Oh, they are
Still living.
That's wonderful.
This is not from me not paying attention. This is from genuinely in the story. There was that part where all washed over everything. I thought that meant the dragons were gone.
No.
The dragons do rule.
The dragons do rule.
And we would have known this already in the world.
Yes.
Okay.
And
the dragons.
Also
yeah.
in the story part of just out of the metagame moment.
Metagame. Let's do it.
Prologue thing. We did tell you part of your quest was go to each realm and get the dragon scales from the dragon.
From
Yes.
you may have to
Okay,
find some of
so
them.
we know that dragons are ruling, but these individual scales, that's new to us.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. No
I
one
don't know
knows
if
about
any of
the.
you have seen the Dragon Guardians yet, because they're locked away in the capital. Not locked away. They're in the capital cities.
Yeah.
It's
Very high security.
Okay.
You don't see much of them.
Yeah, they're very hard to get an audience.
It is
with.
finally clicking with me that each realm is ruled by a dragon. That is so cool. So, but there are underling then, because you had
Dragonborn,
told me about. Well, but the elf realm.
Yep.
Like the elves are king
Yeah,
and
so
queen of that realm, but they're still subservient to the dragon.
stewards in the realm.
Okay.
The ultimate leadership of each realm
It's a dragon.
is a dragon.
That, my friend, is a dragon. See, I had thought like each realm had a main race king and queen, and then had stewards of different races. I'm so sorry.
No,
This
each
changes
race,
everything.
each head. So each race has a head family, and those head families are stewards.
Each realm has a different alignment.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
each have different.
Uh,
the only
Ooh,
double
that's
is there's
neat.
two neutrals. Two neutral realms.
Okay.
Okay, what's this realm?
Lawful good.
Okay. All right.
Let's go to the
'Cause
dragon.
it's the first where do we find this dragon? And how do we get an audience with him?
Well,
Oh, sorry. No, that was different train of thought.
No. I fight for the little guy. You have his voice.
Quick aside. Were we still in Adohi when the giant monster leveled it? That should be the first thing he mentioned, wouldn't it?
The giant monster didn't level a Dohi. He leveled the. Oh, I was unconscious. I didn't actually see that.
Yeah.
Did we not know where we were?
I thought she said we were in Adohi.
you're in Adohi,
Oh.
which is the region.
Yeah.
No, so that was only affecting this
Hey,
one.
maps. You have a map.
No, I know. I was like wondering if
It was
that
affecting
was like
the single
Yeah.
small village that you.
Yeah.
You were in Taya.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
thought that would be like a thing that.
So the vision
had,
we
like-
saw wasn't of something that happened in the past in that central kingdom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was like
That
was
was
it a
current.
vision or was it current?
That was current in the central kingdom or here in Adohi.
If you look at the world map,
Okay.
each of them touch
Sorry,
the
sorry.
central kingdom.
Yes, these of them
So
do.
you were kind of really close to it, like right here.
So we're in Adohi, but we're bordering the central kingdom.
Yes.
You were in Adohi,
We were in Adohi.
but there's those dark. Remember those dark holes?
Yes.
The monsters came out of, and the darkness is spreading through the realms.
Hold on then. So that vision, does the vision of the ruined village that we saw match the village that we're in right now?
They're
Yeah.
No.
different villages.
They're
You're
different
different,
villages.
totally different villages.
Okay.
That was my next instinct was to ask him, hey.
Yeah, no, you were
have
you were
you
transported.
heard a word of a giant monster destroying a village?
So basically, to answer your question, would be yes, there is a destroyed village. That is Taya.
Tristram.
That's been that way for a long, long time.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to
Okay.
stop everything.
What?
No, this is good because we can clarify the metagame.
Go ahead and ask your question again, so I can do it in game.
Oh, have you? How do we get to the dragon who rules this realm, and how do we get an audience with him?
Well, the dragon would be in
Or them?
would be in the capital.
know
It would be in the capital city of Arouet. So you'd have to get there first. Gaining an audience, I have absolutely no clue how you would go about doing that.
Second question.
More questions, okay.
Tell me, Rowan, have there been any rumors, stories about giant, big, nasty leveling a village
Complete destruction.
not unlike this one?
Have there? Yes.
Oh, dear.
You're thinking of the village of Taya. That was destroyed. Ooh. Well, during the time of my great-grandfather.
What the?
Okay. Wow.
That village has been destroyed a long, long time. You look questioning.
You were there in the present. It was already destroyed.
Okay, it was just already destroyed,
Yes.
and there were just monsters.
There was just monsters
running
there.
Okay.
Yep.
Because Scoth is theoretically imprisoned below that kingdom and that city.
Not beneath Taya, no.
Not beneath Taya, but beneath, like, the central castle.
Yes.
kingdom.
That
and
would
then
be the
there are
legend,
just
yes.
dark
The
holes
legend.
that pop up.
Yeah.
Places.
Any rumors of any dark holes
Like
popping up in your inn?
Disease.
And that
or
is
foot
not a
fungus.
euphemism.
Yeah.
There are no dark holes popping up in my inn specifically, no.
Have you heard of any anyway?
Yes, there is. Probably the closest one would be a bit north of here, in the old spirit tree, that started to crumble and fall apart a while ago. Quick metagame moment before we get into this.
Yes,
because
Rowan, what was the
I was
metagame moment?
Yeah,
supposed to do this before each of you is going to hold a specific role, a specific job in your party.
Oh,
This
no.
was way at the beginning.
This was supposed to be done a long, long time ago, and I forgot about it. There is cartographer, questmaster, and keeper.
of items.
Of items. So someone to keep track of all the items that the party accumulates,
Money. Okay.
and money and like that kind of stuff, or anyways the party pool of money anyways. The quest master is going to be someone who basically keeps track of every quest that is received throughout the campaign, so that none are forgotten about. And
That
kind of
sounds
stuff.
like jobs, which sounds like how we make money. So I volunteer to take questmaster because I don't want to miss a job or miss a paycheck.
Okay, sounds good. And then the other one
You
is
usually manage your
cartographer.
appearances
So
anyway.
that is going to be as you're progressing through a dungeon. I'll give you specific details on like how far down you go and like
Okay.
how long the
I can
hallways
do
are, how
that.
big the. Okay, cool.
sorry.
So basically,
Yeah.
just as the party accumulates items and
Which is
money.
hilarious because you're about to hand a guy a bag of rocks.
He likes stuff.
I like to
Those-
assume that your character volunteered for this job.
I chance to hold on to the cash.
Those items better still be there when we want them.
And then Megan is going to
It'll look
be.
like it.
I'll keep track of like what we do, where we go. what
Megan's going to
happens.
be the note taker. She's going to
Okay.
be so that way we can come back and be like, what's the last thing we freaking did?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming these are like meta roles as well. So us, the players, should
Yes.
be keeping track of all of these.
They,
things.
Yeah.
they are mostly meta roles.
Sounds good.
If I may jump back into the game
Shall
and ask a
channel my
question.
grandfather's
Yes.
Of Rowan.
navigational skills.
So you have heard of a mysterious black hole of evil opening up north of here.
Yes.
Is anyone in danger?
He said pleasantly.
Well, yes, actually. Across the street from me is the general store and smithing run by the Everwood family, and their daughter has recently gone missing.
Oh, jeez.
And we believe it to be linked to the events of the Spirit Tree. But just briefly, since you all mentioned your
Oh, the spirit tree, not a village. Sorry. Yeah.
mentioned your stay in Taya, with the and the events that occurred there, and asked how long it had been there, and that brought up my whole great grandfather bit. If you ever find yourselves back in Taya, if you want to go back there for any reason and fight that big old
When you're higher
Trask,
level.
I have some bad memories, but okay.
there is a family legend that has been passed down since my great grandfather of his sword, his grand beyond all measure, that he lost, in the village of Taya, and it has been It's been lost since for many, many years. Since my great grandfather was a young man. If you ever find yourselves back in Thea, and are able to find the sword and return it to me, I would be greatly obliged, and I could probably come up with some decent reward for the three of you for returning that sword to me.
I log that away and note that if I ever find that sword, I'm keeping that sword.
Is this a quest that you would all be willing to take?
I take Rowan by the hand and I say, Rowan, there is no price too high. I will get you that sword.
Well said. And I jot it down in my quest.
All right.
journal.
The name of the sword quest is Finally Home.
Aww.
Oh, I wrote grandfather's lost grandsword.
Yes. Well, all of our just so you know, all of our quests do have names.
Good. It's like a real game. I love it.
Quest.
He called it grand slashing.
Grand great grand slash. So what were you gonna
I was
say?
say just then,
Unconscious one?
I start to stir and open my eyes.
Oh, the dear girl is awake.
Oh jeez, don't startle her.
I slowly sit up.
I play a relaxing melody.
And I say,
She lays back down.
Not relaxing.
I fall asleep too.
relaxing but with an undercurrent of tension.
Okay.
What's a song that fits that
So
description?
I wake
You're awake.
up. Yeah.
You're waking up. I kneel down and take your hand and say, "Are you hurt?
I don't think so. My head kind of hurts.
Is anything?"
I'm kind of hungry.
Rowan, what you got?
Well, I've got some bread and some cheese.
Rowan.
Oh, I've
It's
never had
us.
them before.
All I have.
Hold on, what?
They don't really eat, I guess, normal creature food?
Condescending.
So what do you
Okay.
eat, dear?
You're a
magical
gnome.
plants,
Yeah.
berries.
So what's that? Like, name one.
What do you mean?
I don't know if I have any of these.
Oh, I'll try this interesting, hard-looking thing.
Do you have any elderberries?
I have bread and cheese.
I'll try it.
Yes.
The bread's kind of hard.
Do you have to slice it?
Oh. Take out my long sword.
She has to roll for that,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, roll to see if you destroy my furniture.
It's a 19.
Oh.
Modifiers.
Well, the couch or whatever it's called is cleaved in two.
The chase is in twain.
Now don't take it out again because that ended badly, but could you tell us about that scale you have?
Oh, this
No!
one.
You passed out last time.
Oh, I think my head just hurt.
Oh.
I think it was a gift. I don't really remember where I got it.
From the foes
Do you remember? What do you remember? Do you know what your name is?
Drya,
Dryad. Okay. Where did you come from?
from the ore.
What's your birthday?
Oh,
Star date.
you know, it was thousands years ago.
Sounds like a
okay.
concussion.
What is your favorite color?
All of them.
Oh,
Like
God.
That's hair.
good answer. Yeah, I like your hair.
Yeah. But it's not all of them.
A very pretty hair, miss.
Thank you.
Do you know what you're doing here or what your connection is to us?
No, I've never seen you before.
Okay, so here's the deal. You popped out of nowhere, gathered the three of us to this ruined town where these monsters attacked
Called
us.
Taya.
Okay.
And you said that you were sent from some light god or something.
Einsoff?
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
To
Yes.
guide us on our journey.
Oh, how exciting!
Well, I felt really good about it until now.
Now I feel like I've stumbled into legally iridescent.
That was good. That was a solid joke.
An adventure seems fun, and you all seem pretty nice.
So
Well-
you have no memory of what we're supposed to do.
You know what else? You know what else you said to us actually was that while you were accompanying us on the quest, you were going to take on the role of cartographer.
And you said, I know this sounds like a lot, but I'll take on lots of roles. I'll carry the items.
You also said, if you have the time and the brain space, and being a fae, you've got lots of brain space, you would remember the quests and their titles as they were handed to you.
It was amazing, and we all admire you for it so much.
So what are you all doing?
You took all the jobs.
Oh.
You
You can have a bath.
Fine.
It's very kind of you.
Well, alright, so not that I care, not that I'm invested in any way, I'm a pretty neutral guy myself. But apparently there's a spirit tree that's suffering from the darkness. But we also need to get to the castle of castle of the dragon.
If it's the spirit tree I'm thinking of, it might be my friend Angeni. She's a dryad who lives in the tree.
Angeni.
Angeni.
Oh, not the biblical. Okay. Angeni.
You know the tree.
You know the tree.
Yes, I've been there
Personally.
100-ish years ago.
Well, that's close enough. Well, maybe we should just follow that trail.
Let's do it.
Do we need
I'm all
any
for it. I'm not
supplies when we go?
Nope.
We don't know.
Or maybe a side quest that was referenced.
Oh yeah.
Well, it is recent.
Rowan's just...
Yeah.
Actually, the Everwood girl. Is Blacksmith across the street?
Yes, dear. Go across the
Is-
street.
is he
Talk to the
home?
Everwood family.
Is he, she home? The wife or the husband?
That's where they live and work. So.
All right. Well, if we're going up to the tree and she recently went missing, maybe they're connected. Maybe there's some money in it. Let's head over there.
Good deal. Maybe we can get our weapons tuned up too.
Yeah.
Rowan, quickly, I must ask, how recently did she go missing? Because us being who we are going to be a little insensitive no matter what. But how insensitive can we be?
It's been several days.
Okay, that's long enough.
Thanks, Rowan.
What?
Udaan
Or
pulls
am I
out
wrong?
a joint and starts smoking it.
It's been several one day.
Oh, too soon by far.
Yes, so go talk to the Everwood family.
Bread and cheese. How much you got?
Would you like me to cut it?
My
whoa,
dear,
whoa.
I think you are a little overqualified to be cutting bread.
Oh, okay.
So
We'll find you some berries on the trail.
Well, Rowan, you have almost twice as many tables now, thanks to her.
that was a couch.
Can I take a loaf of bread and a loaf and a cheese specifically for myself,
Cheese
or
wheel.
do we want to a cheese wheel? We should
You
take one
know
cheese
what?
wheel and
These nourishments are on me.
Oh.
Go ahead and take a single loaf and a small block of cheese for each of you.
Here's a song for your troubles.
It's okay. Just take the bread.
very important question. What season is it?
It's fall.
Oh my god, do you have pumpkin cider with the mulling spices? I believe it's the
You know, it would just so happen that I just made a batch this week.
Rowan!
I love this country.
I didn't bring my flagon with me.
Oh,
I brought
Just
mine.
chug as much as you can before going across the street.
I don't have my
Oh,
fuzzy
this is
boots.
so
How will I
wonderful.
celebrate fall?
Oh, is there a tailor in town? They've got the infinity scarves and the vests.
There is no tailor in
Some flannels.
Abbey.
All right, well, I'm getting some of the pumpkin spice cider, and I borrow a flagon. I say I'll bring it back. I'm going to take it across to the
Go ahead.
blacksmith.
Go ahead.
All right, do we go to the blacksmith?
Yes, we go to blacksmith.
Fucking D&D.
All right.
9 hours later.
Different voices now.
Okay.
7 days at the inn.
I knock on the door of the blacksmithery.
Okay. A stocky man opens the door and says, "What do you want?"
Hi, I'm Udaan. These are my pals.
Okay.
Finnegan.
Hi.
And that's Dryad.
Hi.
The
She's
weird
not
hair.
Dry- she's
And
not
my
Dryad.
boy Gregor here. And we heard your daughter went missing.
And we want to help find her for a fee. For a feeling in our heart of sorrow.
We want to help.
Don't try to kid me. I can read into your hearts and souls. Because you have so brazenly invited yourself into my place of dwelling and invited
did
yourself
not.
into rescuing my daughter.
You do run a business.
Yes. You know, I do. That is a very good point.
He's
quiet.
He's an agony. He's an emotional agony.
Ah.
She's lighting up, bud.
Anyways. So, You know what? You know what? If you take this seriously to go rescue my daughter, know that you're under a time crunch. You have 1 day.
She got a recital?
I have 1 day. I have 1 day to make weapons for the evil entities in question. And if I do not make those weapons within the next 24 hours, they will kill my daughter.
But this is a ransom.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So, if you rescue her within the time frame and kill all said entities,
Sure.
you will get what I was preparing for them.
Hold on.
Oh.
I just had an idea. I'm not really an ideas guy, but I just had an idea. Where is the handover going to take place? On their territory or here?
I was going to be taking the weapons to them.
God, good idea.
I
All
don't.
right.
I don't have them made yet, though.
Well, we wait the 24 hours. We help you make the weapons, and we all bring the weapons and use them to kill them.
That checks out. That
That's-
sounds flawless.
I feel like maybe we should try
Do you-
another route.
I
Do you
think-
have the materials to finish them?
No, I don't.
Mr. Blacksmith, did you lie to these evil creatures?
You can't even make them all in 1 day, can you?
Oh, you dog!
What kind of a smith are you?
My wife. We have her. I'm the shopkeeper.
Ah.
She's the really cool BA person who can make swords and things.
You know,
Okay.
that's on me.
So-
I assumed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Check
Forgiveness
yourself.
is yours.
Okay.
Okay, so no, I do not. I do not have the specific devices necessary for their specific request. But if you rescue my daughter within a given time frame and kill everyone who might kill me and my daughter, then we will give you access to free items from our shop
Whoa.
and smithery.
Chill.
Where are they?
They are north of here at the spirit tree.
I say we could do like a little sneak attack. Sneak up behind them. Slit their throat, rogue style.
So
Or-
you're gonna do it.
We'll do it.
Oh, we're
Oh,
down.
oh yes,
We're
yes,
so
yes,
down.
of course.
Okay, Questmaster.
Rowan
What's
was-
this quest called?
Rowan was
Quest-
gonna guilt us if we didn't.
The
What's
quest
his
is-
name?
The quest is what?
What's his name? The blacksmith.
My name? Okay, well the shopkeeper, Doran Everwood, and the smith is Roseanne Everwood, or Rosine, sorry.
Wife Rosine.
He is human. She is a wood elf, and their daughter Ayana, Aiyyana, is a half elf.
And the quest is called.
And the quest is called Lost Blossom.
Oh.
Because her name means flower in Native American.
Dorn.
How old is she and is she single?
She's like 7.
She's very small.
Udaan hits Gregor.
Well, I don't meet a lot of half-elves where I'm from, so...
Dorn, I don't want to be too unkind here, but this whole story is adorable.
Oh,
What's
The,
unkind about
the story of her being kidnapped and my wife being forced to make weapons for her.
A lost blossom. Dorn. Dorn,
That's not canon.
You're a,
It's not.
you're a poet, Dorn.
Let's go get this lost blossom back.
oh.
Maybe we are the chosen ones.